Hey, everyone. Here we are on the start of a new work week, Monday. Finish up the last of my meetings for right now. And the next thing to work on, gambling. Lots of stuff happening today. Um, we got some NBA, we got some baseball, we got some hockey. All pretty small slates. Uh, yeah, all pretty small slates. Uh, so we'll see how that pans out. We're going to jump into basketball first because it starts first. So here we go. We got Miami at Milwaukee and Houston at OKC tonight. You got really three primary elite players with Giannis, Harden, and Westbrook. Westbrook struggled in his first game back. Managed 27 points. Only scored 7 points and got 7 assists. I mean, still, doing his thing, doing a little bit of everything. Just didn't do enough of it to catch any bonuses or get up there in points. So that's a rough one. I mean, I love Westbrook, but he's a rough one. And this is getting down to big games here. Chris Paul has not been super exciting for me this entire series for his price. Really, he's only met value. And there's different. A lot of people look at 5 times value. That's fine for cash games. If you're looking at a GPP, I really think you're looking more at 6 because you got to get into the 300s in your GPPs to have a shot at the cash. He hasn't. He's only hit 6. What? One time in this series. So for cash games, maybe you can look at Chris Paul, but I don't know. I'm just not. I haven't been thrilled about him, which really starts moving it down the list, right? I mean, you start getting down here. Jimmy. A little banged up. It's doing pretty well before that. Not so good. And he came back. And now he's going up against some big monster people in Milwaukee. Miami does have a great defense, though. Is that going to slow down Giannis? Probably not. Can you stop Harden? Not necessarily. But is there value that can go elsewhere? Probably. So let's take a look. Now, SGA, I think, is an intriguing option today. He did so terrible in his last game. I mean, terrible. Look at that. 4 points, 4 turnovers, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. That's it. Brought his price down a little bit. You look at before that, though. 44, 51, 44. Okay, and then it started off to the clunker as well. But I think SGA might give you a chance here, both in GPPs and in cash games. I feel like it was such a bad game last game. You might get slightly lower ownership on him. So I kind of like SGA today. I've been liking Dragic. Schroeder's been doing well. You know, for his price, 26, that's a little low, sure. But 36, good. 46, great. 25, okay, not great. 11, stinker. But all in all, he's definitely seems like he's been doing well. Oh yeah, and this was that one? Yeah. This was the game he got ejected from this game. So he only got 21 minutes. So really, when you look at that, 21 minutes, 26 points, he was on his way to a good. He was on his way to a good game. Only 6,400, so I like that. You know, I kind of like Eric Gordon as well. It seems like he's always. I mean, look at this. He's got, you know, it's always right around 6,000, right? He's around 6,100 now. 33, 33, 31, 30, 30. You know, I mean, you're pretty solid with him for getting 30 points. Usually. And only 6,100. You know, so I'm kind of considering this little core block right here. Because you could fit all four of these boys into your lineup, guys. You know, Gordon, Schroeder, Dragic, SGA. You get all of them in there. Now you're still gonna have to grab some money somewhere. You know, how heavy do you want to go on OKC too? Do you want to go with Gallinari? He did not do good last game. No, he didn't. Scored 1 point. Again for that, 14 points. Not great. He's been on a steady, he's been on a pretty downhill trajectory. Don't know if I want to go with him or not. So if we go with, say, Dragic and Gordon and wait, I already messed up. Goes Dragic, yeah, goes Dragic, Schroeder, Gordon, SGA. Then we're coming in around 59. 59.50. We could look at Covington. So we could work Covington in there. Are we going to try to get Giannis? If we do, that changes everything. Because if you throw Giannis in there, you drop all the way down to 41.33, which is basically going to push you into having to go with probably PJ. I'd like to get Bam in there, but you can't get Bam along with Giannis and the rest of this lineup because you're not going to have enough money-saving options to make that happen. Right, yeah, because Bam is way too expensive. So that's the question. Do you go with Giannis or do you drop Giannis? Instead, go with a Covington and then a Bam, which still leaves you 5,100 then. So you can't get Butler in there. You'd be looking at the Max Gallinari. Let's take a look over here. I mean, obviously, we don't know I don't think anybody knows yet for sure about Butler. Crowder at 4,500. If we dropped Covington and instead looked at Crowder, that gives you, well, theoretically, then you could grab Butler too, huh? You have 3,500. Which leaves you with Iguodala. You know, I mean, 3,500, you don't need a ton of points to get value there. You can see you made, essentially made value here, and you made 6 times value here. That's not bad. I mean, I kind of like that setup there. You're going pretty heavy on Miami, though, aren't you? I mean, look at that. You're going five players for Miami. Is that really? 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 Is that really what we would want to do? I don't know. I mean, think I kind of. So that's where we're gonna go. Is that where we're gonna go? That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a pretty straight lineup here with Butler being the highest price guy at 8,100. A host of guys on Miami that are fairly affordable, looking to get value out of them. Dragic, Bam, looking for a bounce back from SGA. But of the elites, if I was looking to pay up for one, I'd probably have to look at Giannis. Westbrook could fall into the same basic category as SGA in terms of you might get lower ownership out of him based on his first performance back. But that's a high price to pay to hope for a bounce back. 7,100 on SGA. That might be worth it. 9,700 on Westbrook. Yeah, sure, Westbrook can light it up. But man, that's a risk. Like I said, I have not been excited about Paul the entire series, which means you should probably draft him today because he'll explode. Bledsoe, question mark, Covington. Adams is a good pick at center. If you're looking to, if you're looking to not go heavy on Miami here, you can always replace Bam with Adams. It's going to give you an extra 1,900, 5,400 to spend on a utility spot. Which, oh man, you'd love to be able to get Hero in there. Because they'll make you heavy on Miami again. Lopez is another good one. Lopez in place of Bam gives you 2,200. That would allow you to switch over to Hero in your utility. So yeah, so there's definitely options there. There's definitely options. I think I'm going to go with good old Biggie. And this is all going to be in a single entry something or other. Yeah, 588 person single entry tournament. $12. Let's see what else we got. Hockey would be coming up next. Ooh. Hockey. We're looking at a 2-entry max tournament here. Small one, only 88 people. Got 2 games on the slate tonight. Boston and Tampa Bay, and Dallas at Colorado. Obviously, this is it's a do or die point for Boston. They gotta win or they're going home. And you've got some terrible performance here from the Colorado. Really, it's been he's been struggling. 5 goals, 4 goals, 4 goals against. Saves on this one. He still made 33 saves and got the win. Still giving up 4 goals. Halleck has just been really struggling. That's not bad. Gave up 4 goals, 36 saves. So you still got, it was an overtime loss. So you still got decent points out of him there. But man, after that first game where he came in and did so well, he's been struggling. Vasilevsky been playing well. They've been getting up a lot of shots too, I think. Well, I mean, not too many. I mean, 29, 23, 22, 28 in the series. Kind of like Vasilevsky. And this guy. That's a lot of saves overall. I mean, he's definitely facing a lot of shots. And it's Colorado. And that's the thing, when you take a goaltender against Colorado, because they start clicking, and you are, you can get blown out. You get blown out right there. All right. Let's take a look at if you go with Vasilevsky here. I mean, of all of the goalies, he's probably the safest pick. Now, Boston can obviously, their top line can kick it in anytime as well. But going with Halleck is a risk at only $500 cheaper. And Khudobin, like I said, anytime if you're going to take a goaltender against Colorado, you can definitely get blown out. If you're looking at a GPP, I mean, there's only 88 people in this tournament. If you're looking at a big several hundred player tournament here, I would definitely consider Khudobin. But I think that I'm going to look at Vasilevsky right here. Now, like I said, how do you... Let's just assume that we're looking at getting McKinnon in there along with Rantanen and Landeskog. Is that even possible? Can we do that? Maybe we can. That leaves us with 41.40 left per player. We can get a good money-saving line here. We could definitely look at going with Gord here on the third line. He didn't do great last game. Didn't really get any points on, but look at this. Got a goal and assist there, got an assist there. Even threw 3 points in there. You're looking at only 3,000. Let's see, who else? Alright, so there's definitely some money that we can save here. We can go with Rupins. If we wanted to go with Dallas. He's on the third line, but he gets a good bit of time on the power play. We're looking at Gord here. Obviously, Tampa Bay's been hot. Let's throw Gord in here. Alright, and then, as far as our winger there, let's take a look Valery Nutrisk. He had those 2 goals in the last game. He skates on the number 2 line. I mean, if we grab him, that gives us a little bit of room on defensemen here. We've already got 4 Colorado guys out there. If we perhaps go with Heiskanen here. He has points in his last 5 games. Let's take Heiskanen. And then what if we went with Victor Hedman here? That leaves us with 4,100, which means we could still go with Lupens. I kind of like it. I mean, it lets you get in the top line in Colorado with McKinnon, Rantanen, and Landeskog. It gives you a little bit of coverage on the other side with Heiskanen and Hintz. You still got a little bit of Tampa Bay coverage there. I think that's probably the way we're going to go in our hockey world. Like I said, I think whenever you're building a hockey lineup, it all starts with figuring out who your goaltender is going to be. And I just have to go to Vasilevsky because this guy is the most expensive guy, and he's been struggling. Sure, you again in a big GPP, maybe you go this way because his ownership's probably going to be down. I expect Vasilevsky's ownership to be pretty high in an 88 players two entry max tournament. Halleck would be my number 2 choice because he's been struggling, but we saw in his first game there he did fantastic. We know he can shut down. We know he can shut down Tampa Bay. He came in there 3-2. Got the win, made 35 saves. Over here, even 36 saves. Those last 2 have just been a real struggle for him, though. And even look at his face there. I mean, that just looks like that's a face of resignation. Just that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I think I'm expecting Basilisk to be pretty high. If you can work in the Colorado line, then it's all going to be a question of can your secondary players score you enough points, and we'll find out. I mean, this is. I'm going to enter this one into a $20 2-entry max 88-person tournament. Where was it? The top 21, which is actually pretty decent. I mean, 88 people, top 21. That's almost 25% getting paid. You know, so those are some decent numbers. And obviously, you don't. I mean, you don't know who anybody is, but looking at even some of the entries in this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's at least 5 folks in here that. There's at least 5 folks in that tournament, in that hockey tournament, that I don't know. There's at least 5 people who are fairly new. I'm not sure how to tell if they have no experience badge. There's 5 people in the tournament that have no experience badge. And there's a couple of folks that are only around 500 contests. And a couple of people that are 1,000 contests and don't have any big wins. Which is a big win is when you have more than 3 entries have paid out $1,000 or more, or have won a total of 2,500 or more. And have payouts from 5 or more entries. And there's a number of folks here who don't have any big wins in this tournament. Most folks have the standard badge. I usually don't even really look at this, but I just noticed how many didn't have any badge at all, which was surprising. Anyway. Alright, so that is where we're at as far as hockey goes. And then, let's take a look at baseball. All right, so for baseball, we're looking at a single entry 564 person tournament for $25, and the top 129 get paid. So more than 20%, a little less than 25, 23, somewhere around there. Let's take a look. Who are we looking at? Giolito, this is the guy who went nuts in his last game, right? Yeah. Pitched a no-hitter. Scored 59.7 points. Before they scored 43.4. Got a bit of a run. Keller here. I mean, I don't know, man. Look at this Lucas Giolito. I mean, yeah, he's had 2 amazing games. And Minnesota apparently struggles against the fastball. And Giolito's got a good fastball. It looks like at least 3 of the Minnesota players have decent history against him. Kepler, Cruz, and Marwin Gonzalez all hit 300 or better against him. Cruz has hit him for 3 home runs. 3 home runs and 12 at bats. I mean, they all struck out. Those three, Kepler, Cruz, and Gonzalez, have a total of 38 at-bats against Giolito. Out of those 38 at-bats, they've hit 5 home runs. They've struck out 7 times. And they've got 14 hits and 38 at-bats. That's not bad. That makes me nervous spending up that high for Giolito. Definitely throws the nervous factor in there. All right. Let's take a look at Bieber just because it's Bieber, right? Yeah, let's throw that in there. Sorry. Let's take a look at Bieber. And do we maybe want to do what we, similar to what we did a few times in the Korean game? We look for a double stack here. Bieber against Keller. Know that we're not going to get the win on both. Hope we get the win on one. I mean, other than that last game, where he pitched for 4 and he gave up 5 runs, he's been really solid. 20 plus points essentially. Could be that game against Cincinnati. I'm not going to spend up for Bieber and Cole. I'm definitely looking at going Bieber and Keller. Go with the double stack, hope for a pitching duel in the Cleveland KC game. Which then puts you in a bit of a tricky situation. You had $4,000. You know, we would probably like to see a bit of a Washington National stack. Can we afford that, though? Probably. Howard has really struggled against left-handed hitters. So if we went with Soto, it really knocks that down. Now, we just checked that Eaton's a left-handed hitter. So you can grab him. Trey Turner's a righty and very expensive. Cabrera is a switch hitter. These are pretty expensive. Kendrick, righty. Suzuki, righty. Garcia is a lefty. Let's put him in there. That's 38, huh? 38.60. If you throw Cabrera in there, it knocks it down to 37. Okay. All right. Let's see now. There's at least one place out here that's suggesting a potential pirate stack, which is you don't see that very often. And obviously, I'm a Pittsburgh fan there. You still got that Colorado game later. Let's see. What if we looked at the cheap potential pirate stack? which is looking at possibly Stallings, Gonzalez, and Newman. That was with 4,800. Which means you can still grab a piece of that San Diego game with Myers. Alright. I think we'll take a look at that, and then maybe we'll build the second lineup in the, see if we can get another entry in the same tournament there. I didn't see if it was filled yet. Oh, I'm crazy. Okay, yeah, that was a single entry. It was the NHL that I was in on the 2-entry max. That's... Well, let's see. Is there anything else in the baseball arena that is of interest? Pop. If you prefer for fun. You can totally prefer for Austin Cup Incorporated. You're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Give us any rule, and we'll break it. That's the theme song. We're gonna make our dreams come true by breaking any rule you give us. Doing it always. I kind of want to enter our second lineup there. Please enter. Let's see, what's this one? $4 GPP, 17,835 people. 4,630 get paid. I'm sure it's only $6, yeah. For most of the lower parts, you don't even really double up your money, which I don't like. But it's a GPP. It's only $4. And it's what? That's 4,630 is 16. That's more than 25% make money. That's more than 25% make money. Let's go ahead and lock in on that. And let's go ahead and look at drafts on our lineup. Oh, okay, I got, so I just got the, tickets for the 2-week streak contest free entries into NBA contests, I think, tomorrow. Yeah. And they're both tomorrow. One at 5:30 and one at 7:05, I think. I'll take a look at that after we put together a second lineup here. Let's put together a second baseball lineup. Just for fun and stuff. In a big giant tournament. It's 20,000 people, whatever it is. I ain't trusting. I ain't trying to go anywhere. I ain't trusting. Make all our dreams come true for me and you. All right, let's go with I mean, really, that's just not much of insight, right? Is it? I mean, come on, man. It feels a little, you know, I mean, it's going to happen. Obviously, I mean, people are, you know, people are priced high because they're the best pitchers on the slate. But if you're going to write an article, somebody's a big bang on. He's got a big motor. And if you're going to give, hey, here's my suggestions for 5 best pitching options for today, and it happens to be the exact top 5. Give some insight into another player somewhere that you go, hey, if you're looking to save money, grab this guy. It just seems like a bit of a cop out to go, hey, here's my top 5. Oh, there's the 5 most expensive pitchers on the slate for DraftKings. Just throwing that out there. So let's go with these two. Let's go with Fried and Glass now. See, that leaves you with 4th. You know, then I mean, you're never going to be able to afford everybody here, right? You can go Tapia, you can go Murphy. Save a little bit of money there. But then everything else is going to pop up and and costs. Yeah, I mean, if you go, all right, let's say we take Omar Navarez, just based on the advice given. All right, let's say we take Johan Camargo, again, based on advice given. So then you're back up to 4,700. All right, you're back in the 4,700. You can't really afford. Dude, I don't know. What did he do recently? I might have to draft Nolan. I think I have to draft Nolan. I think I had a dream last night with him hitting 3 home runs. I didn't even recall it until just now. If we took Nolan, that was 4,400. That's definitely doable. Now, we saw that Nelson hits Giolito really well, but I don't think we can afford him, man. Sam Hilliard's very affordable, clearly. If we went with Sam Hilliard and then went with Nelson Cruz, that would leave us with. I know Nelson Cruz is a really solely based on past history. Nelson Cruz has faced Galito 12 times in his career. Out of those 12 times, he has 5 hits as opposed to 3 strikeouts. So he's batting .417. Of those 5 hits, 3 of them are home runs. So I'd really like to get Nelson Cruz in there. People that he might have very low ownership if people aren't looking at past history. Going against Giolito, who's coming off that 2 back-to-back crazy performances. Interesting. I mean, do I, but I want to throw Polanco in there from Minnesota. Just because Nelson hits pretty decent, but no guarantee Polanco's going to get on base at all. Don't know if we want to go. Got to double check that other lineup. Did I put Will Myers in that other lineup? I don't remember. We're going to go Polanco and we're basing this on hoping that Cruz does what Cruz can do, and that Polanco can be on base for 1 and 2 of them. I think that's an interesting lineup. Let me double check my other lineup real quick there. Did I put? I don't remember. Yeah, I put Will Myers in. Now, we might want to consider changing that up. Why? Just because I like to ruin lineups. But Will Myers against the pitcher for Colorado, Marquez, has a terrible history. He's faced him 17 times. He struck out 10 of those times. He has 3 hits, 1 home run. It was a solo shot. Has never walked. Don't love that. If we take Myers out of our lineup, if we take if we take Myers out of our lineup, I mean, we could get Max Kepler in against Giolito. Max Kepler. No, we don't want Max Kepler against Giolito. Oh wait, do we? Max Kepler. Yeah, Max Kepler has faced him 16 times. He has 6 hits in those 16 at bats. That's good for 375. He's only struck out twice. He's also got 2 walks, 1 home run against him. Let's go with Kepler. Maybe. Maybe. Can't afford Trent Grisham. We miss out on Trent by $100. We miss out on Trent by $100. We could. Wake up. Open the tissue box. No, comma. I sent it to them on Thursday. Press enter. Go to sleep. Wake up. Open the tissue box. Jared said he was going to change his name out and replace it with Neil, as Neil will be taking over Jared's duties in the upcoming year. I said that was no problem. Come on, but no other response yet. Backspace, type E, backspace 2, type A, press enter, go to sleep, wake up, microphone off. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was contemplating. I mean, we could, you know, I mean, we could drop Bieber if we wanted. They go with Giolito. That saves us an extra $600, which then brings Grisham into the possibilities, or Merrifield. I think Merrifield has a pretty good. Yeah, Merrifield actually hits Bieber fairly well. He's faced him 15 times. He has 5 hits, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. He's only struck out once, so he's got a 333 batting average against Bieber, which yeah, I mean, Merrifield's probably going to have fairly low ownership because he's going up against Bieber. He's batting leadoff. You know, let's look at that, man. Let's switch it up. This way, we go Golito and Merrifield. So we have Golito and Keller. This is without our primary Washington stack, secondary Pirate stack, and throw Merrifield in there against the guy that you're probably going to get pretty low ownership in. With Merrifield there, why not? Let's do it. All right. I think that takes care of all of our gambling for the upcoming day. Oh yeah, so I've got two. What I got here? I got the 2-week streak NBA contest coming up, which is tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Let's see what the deal is with this. It's a 2-game slate: Boston, Toronto, and Utah and Denver. It's an unlimited contest entry. Okay. That's not much, but whatever. I mean, first place is 1,000. There's already 50,000 entries. It's free. It's free. That's what I got. It's free. All right. Yeah, so that does appear to be all of it for today. We're set everywhere else. We have golf starting on. Oh, right. Golf starts on Friday this week because of Memorial Day. So Monday will be the 4th, right? Okay. NFL coming up. About 10 days away, right? Yep, 10 days away. We got our NHL taken care of. NASCAR is nothing until Sunday. MMA has a little matchup on Saturday. Alright, that seems to be it for the gambling. I will now give a quick rundown of my memory of the day. Today is August 31st, and this is day 56 of 366. And like I said yesterday, I forgot to close out the month with some Japanese food-related experiences. That's why I've fallen into that. So today I'm going to go into the very first time that I ever went to a Japanese restaurant was at a local restaurant. It wasn't until later, again, grew up in Johnstown. And, Johnstown was very late to the entire sushi hibachi scene. And somewhere in the early 90s, a place opened. It's called the Hino Day. And it was a local family owned it. And so we went there, and we had gone there for sushi. That was fine. And then we were going to the hibachi table. One time we went to the hibachi table, and I had seen the sort of things to expect, and been to a bunch of hibachi Japanese type places since then. But it was okay. And it was pretty cool. Doing the same stuff, just like I said yesterday. Flipping stuff around, building the little, onion volcano thing that they do. So that was cool. And it was an older guy. He was a slightly older guy that was doing the cooking. Looked like he might have been in his 60s. Um, and uh, and in a move that I've only ever seen one other time since this first hibachi experience of mine was he takes his hand and he sprays the oil into the palm of his hand. And he then lights that oil in the palm of his hand on fire. And he holds his hand out around the table to show everyone, look, this fire is burning on my hand. And he does it very almost too slowly. Where he's like, oh, see, and moves this burning flame in his hand around the table. He then takes a step back away from the table and throws the burning oil at the table, which he has already coated in oil. And the whole thing goes up, so he steps back and hurls this fireball like some sort of Japanese sorcerer from a kung fu movie through the air, 2 to 3 feet in the air, just throws it and never makes contact with his hand. And you see a fireball fly through the air, hit the table, and the whole thing blows up. It was amazing, and I've seen it done one other time, just a year or two ago here in Pittsburgh, at a place. But I've been to probably, I don't know, 80, 90, 100, I don't know, hibachi table dinners since then. I've only ever seen it those 2 times. If you've never seen it, I mean, it's a great show. When if you get into a good nice hibachi table, it's fun. But if you've never seen this particular move, it's apparently something that once you achieve some certain level there, you can do it. But flame burning in his hand, display it to the table, step back, throw a fireball onto the table to ignite it. Unbelievable. So that's one of my great memories. The first one was I think I had the same reaction that Lee had yesterday. I had the same reaction of yesterday. Did anybody see that? So there you go. That is my memory of the day. That's it for right now. Sports will be getting underway in the next hour, half hour. Always welcome to swing by. Always welcome to email me. Always welcome to drop me a tweet. Any questions on any of the fantasy sports? Looking to help people out. Looking to help people have some fun. So until tomorrow, be safe out there. Have lots of fun. Keep gambling on all sorts of stuff. And good luck to you.